Well, hello everybody and Happy New Year. 2023 is going to be a great year.
I think so.
And we had a good 2022 as well. We have done a lot of fun projects, and I call them fun because everything's fun. Fun projects since coming to Serbia, but we haven't really talked about them.
Not a lot. We've been here 6 months, and that 6 months has gone by really fast, in my opinion. It has really gone by pretty quick. We're a fourth of the way done.
Yeah.
Which gives me a little bit of anxiety because there's so much more to do, and it seems like...
Well, of course, when we got here, there was a learning curve, and so the projects that we've done, they've been great projects, but I anticipate doing a lot more.
Yeah. We'll just keep doing what we've been doing, but we'll be doing it with a lot more clarity. We'll be much more efficient in doing the paperwork.
Yeah, maybe it won't feel like quite as much work because we really have worked hard, but a lot of but we, it's kind of like treading water.
We've been learning, how to do it.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. So I'm going to let Chad. I'm going to let you.
Well, what we wanted to do today really is just bring you up to speed. There's been several comments that people want to know what we're doing. What are you doing on your mission? And,
besides eating at the restaurants.
Besides eating pizza. And we've started, Jennifer and I have started about 10 projects since we've been here. We have finished up and closed several projects that our predecessors had started and left for us to finish up, and I'm glad that they did, because that gives us some opportunity to experience and see how the end of a project, how you finish it up, close it out, write up the paperwork and reports and that. And then we've had plenty of experience on creating projects and bringing them to our welfare committee and allowing them to review them and then approve them or disapprove them and ask questions about them and then go through the funding process. But what we want to do is talk about the organizations that we've worked with, or at least share with you who we've been working with, and then a description of the type of work that we've been doing, and then finish it up where we've been doing these projects at. And it's just really been quite heartwarming as we've met with these different organizations. We write a letter of introduction to these organizations, introducing Jennifer and I, who we are, and these organizations are all very familiar with the Latter-day Saint Charities organization that we're representing.
Latter-day Saint Charities has been in Serbia about
at least 8 to 10 years, at least.
Yeah.
And again, Latter-day Saint Charities is it's part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and so these organizations are very familiar with who we are.
And they know that we'll be here for 2 years, and then somebody will take our place and come in, and we'll just keep it going. Volunteering.
Yep. And so the very first organization that we met and started working with is the KEC organization, KEC. It's a creative education center for the mentally challenged and mentally handicapped youth and adults. Another group is the Jesuit Refugee Service, JRS, and the ADRA, ADRA. They're the Adventist Development and Relief Agency.
We've got some cheat notes here.
Yeah, and so if my eyes drop down, it's because I'm... And the Danish Refugee Council, the Crisis Response Policy Center, CRPC, the Center for Youth Integration, which has been a real fun organization to
We're going to tell you. We're going to go into a little more detail in a minute.
The Anna and Vladi Divac Foundation, that name may sound familiar. Vladi Divac was a famous NBA player and very successful and basketball player in Europe and in America. And he's very successful and has started a foundation here and in America. The Union of the Blind in Serbia, the Caritas Foundation in Sremska Mitrovica and here in Beograd. We've also worked with the Red Cross in Novi Sad, Sremska Mitrovica, and then there was a new organization that we came across, the MNRO, and I'm not really sure what those initials stand for, but I know they work with a lot of schools that work with handicapped children in the southern part of Serbia. And then the Embassy of the Sovereign Order of Malta. We've got a really wonderful relationship with them, and with all of these groups. And the thing that we're finding is that every one of these groups and the people that are in them are just loving people. They've got hearts of gold.
You can't be in this if you don't.
The beneficiaries that are being helped through these organizations are the poorest of poor, the neediest of needies. They are vulnerable, the vulnerable population here in Serbia that, if it was just left to themselves to survive, they wouldn't.
They couldn't survive.
They wouldn't. And so.
And we couldn't do our job without these organizations. They are really the, I don't know what you would call it, the boots on the ground. I don't know. They're what they are. They know the country. They know the needs here.
They're established. These organizations and the people that work in them are Serbians. Some are Danish. There's a few people from around, but they speak the language. They know the people.
They're full of love and easy to work with.
Oh yeah.
And there's going to be more. This is just the
these
start.
are the ones that we've worked with here in the last 6 months. And so a little bit of the different types of projects that we've been working with is that we have bought an equipment and window safety guards for a school.
And when he says we, he means the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, it's not Jennifer and I, but we're representing them. And so when we say we, we've bought some upgrades to this school for the mentally handicapped school. We've helped deliver 6 semi-loads of bottled water up to a refugee camp. We've delivered food and hygiene kits to many people who are in need of those. There's a, they call it a Dromodon bus, and I'm not sure if that
I hope
name...
I've got a picture of it. It is so cool.
But it's a bus that has been converted to a mobile shelter.
A shower station.
Yeah, it has multiple showers, restrooms, and a little nursing station where the homeless people can come and get cleaned up, use the bathroom, get a quick checkup, let a nurse check them over, and if there's any minor medications that they can be given, the nurse is there to do that. And part of that is that the showers were configured to where only one could be used at a time because of the water pressure wasn't great enough to do both at the same time. And so one of the projects that we've worked on is paying to have the water pipes reconfigured and rejetted so the water pressure can be sufficient to run both showers at the same time.
But the bus itself, that was a project that was worked on by our predecessors.
Yeah, that we helped put together with
other organizations. Yeah.
We've bought Sub-Zero sleeping bags to be given out, wood stoves to replace old, broken down, rusted.
I'm super excited about that project because we get to travel throughout Serbia, and and see these projects in place. And we were going to have done it already, but they told us that we needed a Jeep to get to the places that we would need to go. And he says, wait until it dries up in the spring, and then you can go visit these places. So.
Yeah. Let's see, there's also some village schools that we've replaced whiteboards, desks, and for both the students and the teachers. We've done educational classes for women to learn hairstyling and cutting, and just so they can develop a skill that they can either use for themselves, their families, or to develop it enough to where they can go out and actually get a job, and they actually get a certificate when they pass the course.
And that was a fun place to go, because when we got there, she sat me down in the chair and she did my eyebrows with one of those strings, you know how you do it. Anyway, that was fun.
Yeah. We've also worked with agencies that provide support for teaching teen migrants and to learn skills on how they can develop skills that they can use in the communities to earn at least a wage.
And we go, every month we'll go to the, what do they call it, that center,
Well, there's a cultural
center. Couldn't think of the name. A cultural center. They generally every month they'll have something there that we go and
where they're demonstrating what these
food cooking
food cooking or an arts and crafts where they actually you don't have,
I don't have it
but they'll make and create different types of jewelry or
and it's supported nicely by the community.
Yeah. We've bought, what else? Some winter clothing, gloves, coats, socks, underwear, and let's see. One of the ones that we're working on right now that we're developing, it's kind of exciting, is that we're transferring magnetic tapes to digital. We're converting them from the magnetic tape and the data that's on them to digital files.
This is for the Union of the Blind.
This is for the blind, where they have a lot of stories and information that are on cassette tapes, and even older than cassette tapes are reel-to-reel magnetic tape, and so we're helping them transpose those into digital.
That is very labor intensive, and we are not doing it. They have to hire people to do that.
Yeah, and it's not just a straight copy, because they want to take these books and the stories and break them into chapters, so it's more easily followed and that you can listen to it. That
will benefit all of Serbia, and in fact anyone in the world who can speak Serbian, which is a lot of them in Chicago.
Yeah, they say that the second largest Serbian city is Chicago, Illinois, because there's such a large population of Serbians there. Let's see, we've also supplied firewood to some of these far reaches of Serbia, where the only source of heat are fireplaces and wood. So a lot of them may not have access to firewood or can afford firewood, so we've helped supply pieces or a supply of firewood.
Living right here in Belgrade, it's been really nice, because our partners that we work with, most of them are in Belgrade, and we walk to their offices and we walk to meet them. But it's fun when we do the projects, and a lot of the projects are out in the villages.
Well, it gives us an opportunity to travel outside of Belgrade. Most, like Jennifer said, is that we can walk to 80-90% of our partners that we work with, these NGOs.
But we're going to be doing a lot more traveling this year.
But yeah, we'll and we've done a fair amount of traveling already, and because some of the cities and the villages that we've gone and worked in and have participated and
schools,
gone and reviewed some of these projects. We've been, and that's the nice thing, is that we get to travel all over the country of Serbia. We've been to Beograd, Sremska Mitrovica, Novi Sad, Subotica. I love that name.
Kikinda?
Kikinda, Obrenovac,
I gotta look at that one.
Zimun.
Čačak. That's the other one I like to say. Čačak.
Izvor, Podgoric, Bolviak.
I don't know.
Bolviac.
I'm afraid. I can't even remember them now. When we get home, we're not going to remember these names.
Leskovac is another town, and Leskovac is down. I may not be saying it right, but it's down further south from Niš, which is one of the furthest cities that we've been to.
Okay, that's scary. It stopped recording, and I have no idea when. But
so we want to do this. We don't want to wait 6 months to
No.
do this kind of an update.
No.
And we, again, we love your support. We love your comments. We read them all.
we love doing this work.
We just want you to know that we enjoy and love what we're doing. We want our kids to know, and this is one of the better ways that we have to share our experiences with our children and our grandchildren. So we just...
Well, we couldn't do it without their support.
Yeah,
Absolutely would not do it without their support.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, and give us a thumbs up if you liked it and you want to see more videos like this.
See you next time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.